Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be creating a hyperlink planner using a web app in less than 10 seconds. Now, if you have ever created a hyperlink planner using Canva, Keynote, PowerPoint, or even Google Slides, you know that this is a very long and tedious process. One of the things that I wanted to do when I started learning how to create web apps was create things that will make my life easier, meaning cut down a lot of the tedious work for my day-to-day tasks. So that's what I'm going to show you in today's video. I'm going to show you how to use this web app to create a hyperlink planner. I'm going to leave a link in a box below so you can go ahead and test out this web app, recreate your PDF planner, and use it however way you want. If you want to recreate this web app, meaning create your own version of it, I do have a prompt that you can use to get started. Now, this is a very detailed prompt, as you can see. There's no guarantee that you're going to get the exact same app that I did, but it's going to get you to a place much closer than starting from scratch. And if you're lucky, you might actually get something that works better than the one I created. All right, so here is what the app looks like in my Gemini account. I actually started creating this app in ChatGPT, but I had some problems with some of the functionality. I also had a lot of error messages in ChatGPT. So what I did was I copied the code over to Gemini and I was able to resolve some of those errors and issues that I had. All right, so back here, let's go ahead and create a hyperlink planner. We'll start with the planner title. You can add whatever title you want. I'll call it my 2026 planner. And we're going to select the start date. So we'll start January 1st. You can only select 12 months in this calendar. So we'll go ahead and select December 31st, 2026. All right, so January 1st to December 31st. However, you don't have to start from January to December. So if you're using it like an academic planner, for example, you can select July 1st, 2026, and your end date would be June 30th, 2027. So you can definitely do that. The only restriction is that you have to select 12 months or less. You can add a footer if you want. By default, the monthly page is selected. So if you only wanted to do January to December, no daily pages, you can uncheck this and it will only give you a 12-page calendar. For this, I'm going to check the daily page because I do want to create a calendar with 365 pages hyperlinked to the monthly page. For the themes, we can select a neutral theme, lavender color, forest, etc. So these are minimalistic colors that will be applied sparingly to the planner. For the page sizes, we can select letter, A4, or half letter. You can select portrait or landscape. I'm going to leave it at landscape and Sunday start. And for the daily pages, I'm going to make sure all these sections are selected because I want all these sections to show up on my daily page. And that's it. Next, we're going to click preview and see what it looks like. All right, so here is what the calendar looks like. It's a PDF file. It starts in January and goes all the way to December 2026. And these are hyperlinks to navigate to the different months. So let's go ahead and select one of them, June 2026. And it takes us directly to June 2026. The magic, of course, is that these dates are hyperlinked. So if I select any of the dates in the calendar, it takes me straight to that daily page where we have tasks, appointments, notes, and goals. We can click here to go back to the cover page that has a list of all the months, or we can click June and it takes us back to the monthly page. So you can see that you can easily navigate through all the months. Everything is already hyperlinked. Normally this process takes me hours or days to complete when I'm doing it manually, with the possibility of making mistakes. With this, everything works the way it's supposed to. Now I'm going to create a portrait view to see what that looks like as well. I'm also going to change the dates. So June 1st, 2026 to May 2027. We're going to keep it at portrait. Let's do Monday start just to make it different from what we did before. I'll change the title to 2026 to 2027 calendar. All right, let's click preview and see what that looks like. Okay, so here's what we have, June 2026 to May 2027. So it's working exactly how we expect it to work. Let's click on December and you can see again, everything is hyperlinked. We can go back to the month of December, navigate through the different months, and everything works the way we expect it to. All right, so I'm going to leave a link if you want to create your own calendar. You can go ahead, click the link, create your calendar, and use it however way you want. And for those that want to recreate this app, like I mentioned before, I will leave this prompt that you can use in whatever large language model that you have access to, so ChatGPT, Gemini, or even DeepSeek, and test it out. And also remember that you might not get a fully functional working version like I have. You might have to prompt it a little bit to make a few changes so that it works. Or who knows, you might actually get a better version of what I did because I created this prompt after I got a working version of the app. So you might actually get something that works better than mine. If you're able to create this app, download it, save it as a .html file. So you can see right here, this is a .html file. I have it running on my browser. If you save it as a .html file, you should be able to open it on any modern browser, so Chrome, Safari, etc. So that's all I have for today's video. Remember, links will be down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.